Hey folks, it's Lucid and welcome back. It's turn 42. We're playing Late Age Ctis. And this is going to be, this is my live turn. And this is going to be a one turn episode, but it's going to be a good one. We got some big fights here. So, first off, we have our very first horror cannonade of our own troops. And this is the in combat version of what you saw me set up this little square. Basically, this tile right here is going to be hit by 2 or 3 soul vortexes. This one will be hit by 5 soul vortexes. This one will be hit by 4. And we got a pretty good roll for horrors. These guys are great because they're going to kind of sort of slowly waddle forward rather than fly forward or do other things that might get them killed. So that's perfect. And we'll get to watch this work. We've got Life After Death has already gone off. Soul Vortex is up. Already, we got a few people converting. You can see one's here. So this one's converted. You can see the damage reversal things coming out, which complicate this. It's one of the ways, like, Sarumancers can actually die. Because they can't Soul Vortex. Like, if they go into their second form, they won't... they won't be able to be hit by other people's Soul Vortex anymore, so they're not going to take damage and die. But, like somebody died here. But they will actually be able to get killed by, so like this guy died. Fortunately, it was only a Holy One, but, he got dissolved here at the end with, he retreated. You can see his morale's negative. This one here also, all their morales are going to be negative on the ones that are dead, because that is the only way they're going to die is they rout. So yeah, anyway, we've lost only some Holy Ones. I wonder if they have worse morale than the average crew. And of course, what matters is their morale in this form, which is 13, versus these guys, which are 14. So they do have a little lower morale, so they are more likely to be the ones that die. So lost some Holy Ones permanently, but that's okay. We converted a decent number of dudes, but not a ton. Well, I mean, kind of a ton, but, we could have done more. So in total, we killed off 30... We also lost a fair number of Sarumancers. We killed off 33 of our priests and 4 of our Sarumancers. So that's a total of 37. And we got 34 soulless back. So we lost 3. So we lost about 10%. Which is acceptable. And especially if it's only the Holy Ones. I think we just kind of got lucky there on which ones died. But unfortunately for us, we patrolled out an Arco spy in this land. And I've been trying to set this up, and I've been patrolling this province for several turns so that this wouldn't happen. So unfortunately, despite my best efforts, the gig is up. I have been patrolled out. The side benefit of this is we actually do convert more of our dudes. And you can see one of the Holy Twos actually retreated out. So this one, we killed off... we had one guy retreat. But we killed off 3 more Sarumancers. And anyway, a grand total of 19. And we actually converted all 19 this time. So that was kind of nice. On one hand, it sucks that Arco now knows. I would much rather this didn't happen. But a side benefit of it is the conversion isn't ultra efficient. Like, we still have, 10 more High Priests and some more Hero Duels to do as well. Or no, we got all the Hero Duels now. So yeah, but we got more High Priests to do. Part of the thing is these Hero Duels have less MR, if I recall, than the High Priest by 2. So they're much more likely to get converted. Yeah, so anyway, there's that. And then we had This is a remote stealthy summon. So Bogarus remotely summoned this on my fort, and once here, it started going to town assassinating. And it's a kind of weird unit. It's a lot like a disease demon, because it's got a plague scythe that does disease. It's ethereal. But it's got kind of not great combat stats and lower hit points, and it's a magic being, not a demon. So it's different, but kind of cool. So that's there. We see Raga riding out against Pangea. And Bogarus does indeed come out to kill my thug, and he's bringing a squad of these guys. He's also got this hero, this Bogatir, which is really cool for having a hero's blade. I'm really liking the Bogarus player in this. I kind of feel bad for killing him, because they're doing some cool stuff. They ran Heat Bogarus, which was like one of my major learnings. You can see our Tomb Worms are going to frickin' town, though. So this, while it looks like it was a kind of minor commitment from Bogarus, is actually a pretty major commitment. These guys are 40 gold apiece, so 30 times 40, that's 12, and then, yeah, that's 1,200 gold of stuff. So pretty expensive. He managed to kill our mercs, not all the Miros, but got 3 of our Tomb Worms. Pretty good deal for us. The mercs were kind of expiring. They're kind of shitty mercs. Utgard pings this with the Seth Kona. Presumably he's going to magic duel. Nope. Just tries to run out and gets yeeted by a false horror. And then we have the battle for Bogarus itself. Now, what's important is this is actually a lot spookier than I thought. Bogarus has been busy. They just are not going to die without a fight, and I really like that. That's so cool. On one hand, it makes me feel like, yeah, we really should have... attacking them was wise, because this player knows what they're doing, and Bogarus is a nation that can scale well into the late game. On the other hand, I'm thinking, like, man, I kind of would have... I feel bad a little bit. I kind of wish I got to see these guys go in the late game. So he's got a bunch of Holy One, Astra 1 mages, which are going to buff Body Ethereal on these Zymes. And these are kind of interesting summon. They're pretty expensive, I think. I don't really remember their cost. I think they're like 6 gems or something. Maybe they're more. But they're good. They have an area of effect fire breath attack that has a range, so it's not a melee attack. But they have 3 normal attacks with reasonably high strength. And he's buffing them. They have fire resistance. He's buffing them with ethereal, and he's going to try to put regen on a fair number of them. He's got this lady here who's, I believe, casting regeneration. So a bunch of air elementals, etc. being summoned. I put darkness up, but my darkness guy gets yeeted almost right away. It seems the air elementals are honing in on my Sauramancers, sadly. The Zymes who are back here, who are ethereal, are just clogging the thing up real well. We've got Solar Rays and Holy Pyre coming down. He has cast Anti-Magic as well, which is very significant. Makes his troops much more resistant to Blood Vengeance. And this first wave of Tomb Worms is basically all dead now. But they've done some damage on the Mage Corps. The Mage Corps is mostly fatigued out. And the Malia Drugina are all dead. The Wall Archers have disbanded. And now our guys are about to start pushing through. So this was basically without any of the spells we wanted. We didn't have Darkness. We didn't have Skeletal Legion. Or wait, did we have Skeletal Legion? We did get Skeletal Legion off. But yeah, we didn't have Darkness. We didn't have... Rigor Mortis would have been really good here. But we don't have that research, so that wasn't exactly an option for us. And like that, we take the day, but at pretty great cost. We lost 60 Tomb Worms, which, that's a bit of a zinger for sure. We lost some Sacred Serpents. Not going to lose any sleep about that. We lost Archers. We lost the Mercs. Yeah, the real loss here is the Tomb Worms. We got a Flambeau and a Capital, though. And we lost some Sarumancers. And sadly, none of the Sarumancers we lost were twice-born, so they are dead for good. So yeah, that's kind of that's the big battle of the turn. We'll watch that again. We'll zoom out here. Charging through, we got our mercs up in the front. Make sure they do their job soaking up some damage. Air Elementals honing in on my Sarumancers. Zyme's getting taken care of. Archers with flaming arrows and anti-magic are pretty good against me. Or crossbowmen. We do have Skeletal Legion, though, which does help. See the Blood Vengeance coming back. Summons another air elemental here at the end. We eventually kill that. There goes their hero. That was Baba Yaga, who is twice-born. There goes their pretender. We'll take a look at their pretender here again. And they've got another hero back here, the Immortal, who I believe is going to be dead now because we've got the home of their immortality, the seat. Who's this? I don't know who this is. This probably is one of their heroes. Not sure who. So let's look at their the kits on some of their guys here too, real quick. Get some of these guys out of the way. Okay, so this is Baba Yaga. They've got a Thistle Mace and some gems. The hero, their pretender is basically a wish caster, which I really like. I like these paths. There's a lot I like on this. He's done Light of the Northern Star, Power of the Spheres. Wait, what? Oh, hasn't cast Power of the Spheres yet. Now they have. So yeah, Astral 8. Pretty spooky. Steroid Factory. Nice. No gear on them, though. But I think that's fine. These are some of the Siren. Oh, this is not a Siren. This is, I believe, one of their summons. It's pretty good. Yeah, I really liked how this Bogarus player played. I think they've just been cycle charged by a bunch of players. I was just the last one to do it. But yeah, I mean, a tremendous value for losing 60 Tomb Worms. I mean, they killed their weight in mages. Like, 5 Astropalagists down, the Deathless down, this guy down, Great Enchantress down, 5 Sages and an Occultist, 3 Staretza, White Mages, and he brought a ton of gems to this fight as well, so that's the other thing. Yeah, 38 Sacred Calf, and we didn't even really get most of the important things off. That said, there's not a ton more important things we're going to get. Like, Rigor Mortis is basically our next big step up. I'm also glad to have, whatchamacallit. Well, I guess Man can do Mass Air Elemental. I'm not really looking to fighting more Mass Air Elemental. The other things that are of note is Arithia took this fort. Apparently killed another Tyrant, I believe here, with Soul Slay. Apparently he's a 26 magic resistant Tyrant as well. I've messaged Falegra in Discord and been like, hey dude, looks like you're kind of on your way out. What do you think about us ending our non-aggression pact? If he's like, no, I'm pretty confident I'm going to kill Arithia, I might not end my non-aggression pact with him. But I don't think he's going to be confident. He hasn't won a war yet. It's turn 42. That's not a very good recipe. It's a big game. It's 16 players. You could potentially take a position and turn it around. But you'd need the game to go really long, and you'd need to start playing really well. And right now, that's not the trajectory. He's on the losing end of a war. I think Arithia will eventually conquer them by themselves. I'd just like to get in and take a bunch of their stuff. So what I'm hoping is that Fallegra actually will release me from the nap immediately and I can just start attacking. That would be ideal. The other thing that remains to be seen, but I expect it, is I expect Arco to post a screenshot. I think they moved the guy here because I had so much stuff patrolling here the turn before. I don't think he was there the turn before. I think he moved, and he's also probably going to scry this province now. I think the gig is just up. And I could put up a dome or something and try to block scrying, but I don't have dome tech yet. We'll see if we can do it. Do Dome of Flaming Death here. But, yeah. Anyhow, yeah, I think the gig's up. People are going to know. I was really hoping people wouldn't know at all. And if they did know, they wouldn't know immediately. But it's just like, okay. Okay, game. Yeah. So the changes we made last turn were that we made it so our mages didn't participate because we didn't really have enough like surface area or what have you. So I would cast it again. We do another round this turn, but my guy, my main dude, he's insane. So this gives you Insanity 10, and it also gives you Insanify, I believe. So you get 2 every turn. So yeah. This is why you want to put it on a scout. You're going to eventually go completely freaking nuts with this item on somebody. So I just accept I get insanified, and then eventually get killed by a lesser horror. I'm not trying to like optimize that. Yeah. What that means though is there's not going to be another round this turn. So next turn we'll have another big round. And yeah, blood hunting is going. We've got this dude. Where is he? Recently empowered. I know there's one here somewhere. Here he is. He's making his sanguine dousing rod. And he's going to start blood hunting soon. He did get a little bit of horror mark. Because of this, we can send him to get soul vortexed as well. And then we won't have to worry about that horror mark. And it'll be nice to have a mindless blood dude. Just because, well, I mean, wait, what was I thinking? I'm trying to think. There's some well, I can't think of it now. I was pretty sure there was an artifact or some item that would get us horror marked. But maybe it's just like sinless or horror. Anyhow, if we need to like blood, we're not really going to do blood and power to a scout more than once though. Probably still worth it. We'll probably have him get cooked in the next Soul Vortex oven. Some of the things too, we'll probably put these guys on. I'll probably put the rim of these dudes. So these guys, you can see they healed up to 13. Lots of times they're at 16. This guy's got a never healing wound. But that never healing wound, well, not the never healing wound, but I think 16 hit points is kind of enough, where most of the time they're probably not going to get a damage reversal proc that's going to kill them, or blood vengeance proc. But as an extra precaution, we're going to put these guys, the soulless ones, on the outside ring, where they're going to be less likely to hit as many troops. And we're probably also going to put the mages, especially these ones which aren't sacred, which is really just the empoisoners. We'll put them on the outside ring too with them, so they're less likely to proc it. But we got a tremendous number of these guys. I think we got at least 25, so we'll be getting 25 tomb worms a turn. So that'll be real nice. That'll be real nice. And then we got a decent number of the Holy Ones. So we'll be getting a decent number of normal Long Dead a turn. because they are doing Reanimate Long Dead Warrior. And yeah, these guys are all making worms. So that's what's happening here. For our god, we're making the Tomb of Gaia, which I had mentioned, which is this thing, which is real nice. And after that, we're going to put the Tomb of Gaia on. We'll make the Sword of Many Colors. One thing that's of note is I've detected that somebody else has made it to Construction 8, whereas the Doppner has been made. So there's a chance we're really competing for a lot of these things now. The Soulstone of the Wolves is still available. But I want to... The Sword of Many Colors isn't really that contentious. Neither is the Tomb of Gaia. I wouldn't really be getting them, but I need them to get the Friendship Hat, which hasn't been made yet, but which I want. Where is it? Yeah, hasn't been made yet. Neither is the Crown of Despair. It looks like whoever's going for it is just getting some of the economy items out of Construction 8, which I think are fine, but I don't think they're amazing. And I believe the person to do this is Calum. So I'm pretty sure Calum has the Doppner. But, you know, it could be somebody else. But yeah, my goal, I want to get the things I really want to get. And maybe we need to triage priority a little bit better. I really want to get the Atlas of Creation. I care about that more than the Friendship Hat. The path to get the Atlas of Creation is actually pretty much the same as the path to get the Friendship Hat. And that I'm going to need the Tomb of Gaia, because I need that Earth magic. And then I'm going to need the Sword of Many Colors. So it's very possible, actually, we go Tomb of Gaia. Then we're going to go Sword of Many Colors. Because I can't... The Sword of Many Colors is Earth 4. And I don't have a way to get Earth 4 except with the Ring of Wizardry. And then I need one more booster. That booster could be a Bloodstone. Right? So I could make a Bloodstone. And that would be good. The problem is that I also need a nature booster to make the Soulstone of the Wolves. Soulstone of the Wolves is usually kind of hard to summon, so I'm going to just count on that maybe not getting picked up. But these next ones are going to be contentious. The Atlas of Creation I really, really want. We have the gems for it, or we are pretty close to having the gems for it. Let me actually do the math. Basically, the Atlas of Creation is 40 and 40. So you can see we're at 61 and 48. So we're okay, kind of. We're going to be a little short on Astral, I think, when you add up the Sword of Many Colors. Sword of Many Colors is 15 pearls. But we're getting almost 10 a turn, 11 a turn. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. In Earth, we're getting 7 a turn. So next turn, if we make this, it's going to be 25. Yeah, actually, we'll be a little short. I might need to send a batch of these to Erythia, some water gems. So the other thing that's kind of cool is we got a Summon Spectre, and we got a water random, which was what I wanted. We're casting it one more time. We're going to make a water bracelet here and start doing Voice of Apsu. See if we can find things. It's also very possible Diplomacy totally turns against me just because this scout happened. Hopefully people think I'm a noob, and though this will certainly set off alarm bells if they do think I'm a noob. This is not a noob play. But yeah, there's a chance Diplo just goes, like, if they realize we're about to go into full Airmore mode, yeah, it could set off some serious alarm bells. So anyway, that's, I think, about it. I don't think there's too much else to discuss. So episode's not super duper long, but But yeah, it should be fun. We'll have our army graph is about to start going. We did take a little bit of a dip this turn, but it's about to start. Like we're probably going to have a rise almost like this. A lot of this was mercs, but we're probably going to jump back up to at least here this turn. We are working also, so I'll mention a couple more things before we close out. Casting reanimation twice here. We're suiciding this guy up north, and then we're patrolling here to get, there's probably some scouts, and there's definitely some unrest here to go ahead and get our income up. We're building a temple here as well. I'd of course like to make tomb worms here, but I just, for triage and kind of priorities, I think I decided it's better... better to just kill whatever's here. There could be fancy assassins or something. And then we'll get the reanimation, and we'll use that to come over here and knock this fort down. So that'll be nice. That'll be real nice. We're also making some gear. We're making some fire gear. We're making a moon blade. We're also making the fire hat and helmet, or hat and armor. That's going to give a bunch of morale. We're moving this guy, and this guy can stealth out, but we're getting these guys to come over and help siege this last Bogarus fort down. And so next turn we'll have 2 Sauramancers. Actually, I think I only want 1 Sauramancer. Maybe I should move this guy out. I think we put these guys on guard commander. I don't want this guy to die. Then we'll start moving him down here, because I want what next turn there's going to be this guy plus the dude we recruit. And any of these guys can get assassinated this turn. But then next turn there's going to be basically 1 guy for them to hit. And we're going to put that gear on them, and then hopefully they'll die. Or we'll kill this stupid assassin that otherwise might kill like a Sauramancer every turn. Kind of a big deal. Yeah, so I think that's about it. Things are so far going pretty good, but they could turn sideways. We've got our little factory set up. Research is starting to hum again. We've moved a bunch of our researchers around the turn before. Oh, final thing. Our upkeep did go down. It was at about 1,000 a turn, and it went down to about 837. And it's going to go down even more once I can finally cast Sin Lesser Horror again. If I do, there's a chance they just kill my guy. That would be... Usually you get many casts of, like at least 7 or 8 casts of Sin Lesser Horror with 1 gift of Kurgi. But we could just get really unlucky and go from insane to killed by horrors or something. The odds of that are not that small. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully we get at least 1 more cast. But yeah, I think that's about it, and we'll see you next time, folks. Until then, take care.